guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset mastery doctor, and your leverage for change. So today I want to speak to you about the attachment styles that you're most likely to find in the dating pool. When you're out there looking for a partner, you're dating. And there are several reasons why you will find them in there and why not. So I'll kind of go over the different attachment styles and the reason why you might find them. Sometimes some of them might be in the dating pool more often, but for different reasons, okay? So let me start with the secure, because this secure is the one who kind of have their stuff all together. And remember, guys, with an individual, nobody is set in one particular way. There is a spectrum along which maybe you have somebody who's more secure, or 90% secure, but maybe a little anxious, or a little dismissive, and so on and so forth. You kind of get the gist, right? So let me start with the secure, because this is a person that we all strive to become, in our relationships, in our lives, because this is an individual that kind of they have a very good grasp of what it takes to be in a healthy relationship, because they were supported and comforted and whatever it is that they needed when they were children, right? They could trust that their caregiver was going to be there for them, right? And that's really the kind of a general base where most individuals, different attachment styles are formed, right? Depending on if this person could not depend on their caregivers, or they could depend on them, but it was inconsistent. Or there was some kind of other trauma, sexual abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, all that kind of stuff. There are different things that really come into play when we're looking at how the different attachment styles are formed, right? So, for example, as we said, the secure is the one that we all want to get to. We all want to get there. And so these individuals are going to be usually in a relationship, right? A long-term, secure relationship, if they're because they are able to really in control. They have a lot of self-control, self-image, self-esteem. Their self-worth is high. They don't need to go into relationships just to be in a relationship. So, for example, when they're in a relationship, they will be able to also navigate that relationship in a healthy way, even when the other person might not be particularly easy to get along with. Maybe they're more anxious, preoccupied, or more fearful, avoidant, or more dismissive, avoidant. But the thing with the secure individual is that they will know, they know what they deserve. They will ask for what they want in a respectful way. They will support you if they see you trying to do better. And they're not going to try and think, they're not believing that this relationship is going to be perfect, right? They don't have this idealized perception of a relationship where nothing bad is going to happen, kind of like the anxious preoccupied. The anxious preoccupied has a tendency. The anxious preoccupied lives in this fairy tale kind of a world where everything should be perfect and, love is all of that. But so you won't find the secure so much in the unless they're taking a break from, they just haven't met the right person, right? But you're not going to see them so in the dating pool as frequently as the other attachment styles that I'm going to speak of now. For example, the anxious preoccupied individual is someone who needs to be in a relationship. They just feel that they need to have someone all the time, and you might not find them so much in the dating pool because of that need that they have, right? At least they're probably one of the ones that will stay in. They're the ones who will stay in a relationship even when it's not good for them, when they're not happy. And they know it's not good and they're not happy, but they either going to try and fix the person or love them to love them and or give everything they have. And so this individual will stay in a relationship. Does not mean that it's a good relationship or a healthy relationship for them. but they will stay in the relationship, right? Because they feel that they need to be with someone to feel valued or valuable, right? So this individual will stay in toxic relationships for a long time, right? Now, on the other hand, they will also be in the dating pool a lot because of the fact that they just feel they need to be in a relationship. So, for example, if they're with a partner and it doesn't work, they're not even going to take time to heal. They will just jump at the first person who looks at them and smiles because they want and tell them the things that they want to hear because they want that, they crave that, right? They crave that. So it's kind of like a mixed bag with the anxious, preoccupied. The fearful avoidant you're going to find out in the dating pool a lot, and the reason is they have the two sides, the anxious and the dismissive, right? And the dismissive part of them is what is going to allow them to prevent them from staying in relationships for a long time. Because if you know about this particular individual attachment style, is that they get flooded when there's just too much emotional intensity in the relationship. They crave relationships, so they will always be looking to go into relationships. But as soon as they love, or the person is showing their love or connection to them, they fear somehow. They go in usually in a relationship expecting it to end. So they never ever quite give of themselves fully. Or they will give of themselves things or do things, but not of themselves, their emotions, personal connection, really, right? They will let you in so far, but no further. But they will do a lot of things for you. They do. As a matter of fact, this is probably the attachment style that will be more suffer from a codependent trauma, right? Because they feel they have to work for love and they don't trust love, right? So this individual you'll find in the dating pool a lot because they're the hot and cold relationships you hear. They're the cause for the hot and cold on and off relationships, because once somebody gets close to them, they will kind of just disappear, all right? Now, the same thing happens with the dismissive avoidant attachment style, because they don't have the anxious side, but they are like totally dismissive. They usually have this barrier. And so after a while, you will find a lot of individuals they just can't tolerate, their partners that is, can't tolerate that kind of a distancing and lack of commitment and not knowing whether you're here or there with them, because they don't communicate stuff like that, right? They're not very good at showing emotions. So those are the people that will not be holding your hand or hugging you or kissing you in public anywhere or even at home, and will always have somewhere where they can run to go. They will always keep a place separate from you. Their independence is more important than a relationship. Sorry. So this is the other attachment style that you'll find that will be in the dating pool a lot, because as soon as you get too close, and if you insist on becoming too close with this individual, guys, with the fearful avoidant and the dismissive, even when they love you, so it's just something that they have to work towards to heal. But if they don't heal, they can't really manage it, because they do not, especially for the dismissive, they learned how to self-soothe. So they're able to go away from a relationship or stay alone for long periods of time and self-soothe. They're quite comfortable being by themselves. But then when they get hit with this need to be in a relationship, because at their core they need that closeness and that relationship, right? The love and caring that the relationship gives, but they cannot tolerate closeness and they don't trust it. So they will run away if somebody becomes too close. So long story short, with all of that said, the dismissive avoidant attachment style and the fearful avoidant attachment style will be the ones that you'll find in the dating pool most often. And then you'll also have now the anxious preoccupied attachment style, because of their need, that they need to be in a relationship, simply want, they just simply need to be in one. It's almost like they feel like without a relationship they're not worth anything, or without someone, even if that someone is treating them badly, so I hope that kind of makes sense, because as I said, nothing is hard and fast, but I was just trying to kind of give you an idea of the extent to which different trauma from their childhood will kind of dictate how a person will respond in intimate relationships. And this is mostly for romantic and intimate relationship, guys. So I hope that you learned something from this. Please, if you did, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also, guys, don't forget to like is really one of the most important things, because apparently it does something with the algorithm, is what they call it. And so if you could like it and share it, that would be good. But guys, I'm really passionate about just giving you the information that you need to really live, to have more healthy relationships. So the more you like, share, and subscribe, the more I can get to do that, right? And in the meantime, guys, never ever stop growing. There is so much to learn. Always keep growing, because if you're not growing, you're really dying. All right. So this is Christine again, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Take care of yourselves, guys, and have a great day. Bye bye.